One afternoon, in a classroom, a timid boy, Yuuta Okkotsu, is being bullied by several of his classmates. It is then reported that 4 male students have been seriously injured by their classmate after persistent bullying, and we are shown a bloody classroom. Yuta is then seen in a room with Gojou Satoru, the strongest sorcerer, who confronts him about a completely bent knife. It is then revealed that Yuta has been cursed by the spirit of his childhood friend, Rika, who protects him from any harm in an extreme way. Not wanting to hurt anyone else, he tries to end his life using that knife, but Rika stopped him. Gojou then convinces Yuta to join the Jujutsu High School for him to learn to control his curse. There are already 3 other students in the first year who Gojou asked to welcome the new transfer student. However, when Yuta enters the room, they all sense immense curse energy from Yuta and immediately attack him. Rika then appears to protect Yuta, and the 3 are all immediately defeated. In a flashback, during his childhood, Yuta and Rika play a lot together, and Rika gave him a ring and they promised to get married when they get older. However, a tragic accident occurred, causing Rika to lose her life. Right after the accident, Yuta saw Rika turning into a vengeful spirit who clings to him. Back in class, Gojou explains Yuta's conditions to the other classmates as he also introduces them to Yuta. Maki Zenin, a cursed tools specialist. Toge Inumaki, the cursed speech user, and Panda. Gojou immediately split them into 2 groups for an assignment, and Yuta gets paired up with Maki. They are then taken to an elementary school. Their mission is to save the 2 children who have been missing due to a curse. Gojou then cast a barrier called a veil around the school and leave. The barrier can draw the curses out and prevents them from escaping. Curse monsters immediately appear in front of them as Maki instantly finished them off. They then proceed inside as Yuta nervously follows Maki's lead. He constantly bugs Maki, who is getting irritated with him. She asks him what his sorcerer grade is, as she explains that sorcerers are ranked from grade 4 to 1. With Yuta now knowing about his rank, Maki asks him to show her his ID card. She is shocked to find his rank is the special grade, which is even higher than a grade 1. Suddenly an enormous curse appears and they are thrown up in the sky. Maki takes up her stance and tries to attack, but they both got swallowed instead, with Maki also losing her weapon. They find the 2 missing children inside the curse, but they are all in a bad condition due to the negative energy of the curse. Even Maki collapsed due to it and confronts Yuta the reason he wants to become a sorcerer in the first place after seeing Yuta being so useless. After looking deep into himself, he says that he wants the confidence to stay alive. Being the only one capable of saving them, Yuta is determined to show his worth. He puts on his ring and asks Rika to lend him her power. Rika emerges and destroys the curse while Yuta escapes with the other 3, and Gojou observes Rika's power from outside, feeling her terrifying power. In the hospital, Yuta tells Gojou his hypothesis that he might have cursed Rika instead of her cursing him. So his goal in the school is to break Rika's curse. Gojou then gives him a katana so that he can learn to imbue Rika's curse power into the sword instead of fully manifesting her. In the next few months, he has been focusing to improve his sword skills with the help of Maki. As Gojou arrives, he tells Inumaki that there is a mission for him and asks Yuta to go along with him. Yuta sees Inumaki as an intimidating person as he still cannot understand him. They arrive at an abandoned shopping district and Inumaki gets himself a throat medicine to prepare for the battle. The veil is then drawn and they come across a huge number of small curses swarming together. While Yuta is shocked by their number, Inumaki starts using his cursed speech technique and orders the curses to explode, which they immediately do. The technique amazes Yuta, but it also comes with some drawbacks as it takes a toll on Inumaki's voice. Back at the entrance, the barrier is still not dispelled and another curse suddenly appears and attacks them with a beam of light. Inumaki saves Yuta and counterattacks by twisting its arm, but the toll from previous usage is still affecting him. They managed to escape, but Inumaki unfortunately dropped his throat medicine. Inumaki plans to fight alone and Yuta realizes that Inumaki is trying to protect him. But Yuta is also determined to fight as well and starts imbuing his sword with curse energy. He rushes to the curse while dodging the beams of attacks and finally landing a hit, but the curse is still too tough. He then slides below the curse and grabs the throat medicine and immediately throws it to Inumaki. After taking the medicine, Inumaki starts using his curse technique, finally defeating the curse. As they both leave the veil, a man has been observing them from a distance. He found Yuta's ID card and is disappointed to not see Rika. After the incident, Gojou senses some curse energy from the spot the man has been sitting before and immediately recognizes it. He confirms the identity of the man as Geto Suguru, one of the strongest sorcerers who has been banished after killing over 100 non-sorcerer. Meanwhile, Geto helps people out by absorbing curses, but his attitude changes after they leave, calling them monkeys as they are non-sorcerers. He meets up with his allies and asks their help for his plan to create a world with no non-sorcerers, and they need to first destroy the current sorcery world. Geto arrives at the school ground with his allies and invites Yuta to join his cause of killing all non-sorcerers after complimenting his power. But Gojou arrives with some other sorcerers. Instead of feeling afraid, Geto boldly declares war against the sorcerers by unleashing 1,000 curses at each Tokyo and Kyoto to murder all non-sorcerers on December 24th. Gojou tries to stop him from leaving, but Geto already put some curses around his students, preventing him from making a move. The sorcerers are ready to station themselves at each city. But Geto's real plan is to infiltrate the school while all the sorcerers are distracted elsewhere so that he can get Yuta alone to kill him and absorb Rika. During the attack, only Yuta and Maki are on standby in the school, while the others are in preparing for the attack. Gojou realizes that Geto is not there, so he sends Panda and Inumaki back to school as he suspects that Geto is planning to get to Yuta. In the school, Geto already manages to infiltrate alone and put up a veil surrounding it. He instantly defeats Maki and is immediately attacked by Panda. Panda transforms and destroys Geto's curses, but falls after Geto throws Maki's weapon at him. Inumaki also appears and attacks using his speech, but Geto backs up and defeats the two. Yuta arrives only to see his friends on the verge of death. Enraged, he calls out Rika and swears to kill Geto. With Rika's help, he manages to destroy Geto's curses, take his friends to safety and heal them using reversed curse technique. Yuta then goes back to the fight and copies Inumaki's technique to destroy a swarm of Geto's curses. In the city, the sorcerers fiercely fight all the curses while Gojou is occupied with one sorcerer who seems to only be running around to stall the time. Geto now uses another strategy to fight Yuta. He takes his weapon out to fight Yuta on his own and shows his expertise in melee combat. Yuta poured immense curse energy into the sword, causing it to break, but immediately covers the attack using his fist. Geto summons his strongest curse and combines thousands of his remaining curses to launch a final all-out attack. Meanwhile, Yuta promises to give up his entire self to Rika and that they will be together forever. This removes the limit on Rika's curse energy as he uses himself as the sacrifice. The two massive attacks collide, causing a gigantic explosion. In the aftermath, Geto is seriously injured and runs into Gojou. They reminisce about their time together in their youth, being best friends as Gojou finishes him off. Yuta wakes up and prepares to give himself to Rika. However, Rika turns back into her human form and Gojou tells him about Yuta's hypothesis being true. His grief of losing Rika accidentally cursed her into a spirit so that they can stay together. Their final attack finally breaks Rika's curse and Yuta is now overridden with guilt as he blames himself for everything that happened. But Rika thanks him instead for giving them more time together. Yuta then continues as a sorcerer with his new friends and finally gets the confidence to live. So that concludes the recap of Jujutsu Kaisen 0. What do you guys think? Serving as the prequel for the anime series, the film is certainly fun to watch for those who are familiar with the show. Despite that, it also manages to tell a gripping standalone story that acts as an entry point for franchise newcomers. It shows off some mix of fantasy horror with contemporary style and aloofness combined with its amazing animation, which is a treat to the eyes. The themes of the broken friendship of Gojou and Geto and Yuta's journey to find confidence and purpose to live are well incorporated into the film, making it a strong recommendation to anyone. Please tell us what you think through the comment section. If you like this content, please leave us a like and share them with your friends. Thank you for watching, until we see you again.